Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramasukadam kevalam jnanamurtim dvandvatitam gagana sadrisham tattvamasyakhilaksham ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurum tam namami. Nithyanandam, welcome all of you for today's special Nithyananda Satsang, the divine enlightening audience with the avatar, live from Kailaasa, the world's own and only Hindu nation. We welcome all the viewers who are watching us from more than 150 places, more than 24 different time zones. Have all the viewers who have tuned in to Nithyananda Satsang from 500 plus Facebook pages, YouTube, Twitter, Kailasa's NTV, Kailasa's HNTV, Kailasa TV, and various other social media platforms. And also all the Kailasians and the Kailasians who have joined us via two-way video conferencing. We welcome all
Hanuman
of you
is
for
also
this
said to be a Shiva
direct,
avatar.
Yes.
So how do you explain this,
enlightening
that Shiva
audience
avatar enters
with
the
the
Vaishnav
Supreme
text?
Pontiff
So one
of
thing,
Hinduism,
to see if you
His
see
Divine Holiness Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, leading and guiding all of us, 2 billion Hindus, into living a conscious lifestyle and having a super conscious breakthrough. Before we enter into the Nithyananda Satsang, let's watch a small video on who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your eyes. I am as old as sun, as new as sunrise. Various incarnations happened, gave a breakthrough to consciousness and gave opening to the next level, my responsibility is to introduce new consciousness which manifests powers of Sadashiva. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. I have experienced Sadashiva in its completion, and he has empowered me to transmit that experience to all of you. It is my commitment to all of you. I will make you experience and manifest Sadashivatva, powers and state and space of Sadashiva. When you manifest powers, naturally the state of Sadashiva and space of Sadashiva starts manifesting more power manifestation, more integrity, more unclutching, more nirvikalpa samadhi, more joy, more restful awareness, more responsibilism, more enrich, more bliss. This tradition has a capacity to retain its authenticity and originality. My purpose is to make this statement to the world: Hinduism is real. Ideas move from mind to mind. Energy moves from space to space. Cognitions move from body to body. That is why even Sadashiva needs a body. He assumed the body because he needs body to transmit these cognitions to you. Whatever I am doing is reviving the original science as expressed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Vedas and Agamas of the Hindu tradition. Given by Sadashiva, received by Devi, adopted by Vishnu to run this universe is Agama. Agamas insist on us serving beyond our frame. Whatever experience, anubhuti I had by my Guru's grace, Atma Pramana, I do acid wash with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, the ancient masters' experiences. Whatever finally stand, I share it with the world as Sakshi Pramana. I welcome everyone for the grand feast of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Let us go on contributing.
His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam is the avatar from The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver of the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation, the enlightened civilization, Kailasa. His Divine Holiness, the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, led by His Divine Holiness, and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora are continuously working for global peace and to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. He has offered yoga, power manifestation, and temple based universities for humanity. His Nithyananda Hindu University, which is the world's largest Hindu university with extended campuses in over 150 countries, is continuously working on collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving the 20 million source books of Hinduism and the 64 sacred arts and sciences, which includes dance, music, Vaimanika Shastra, Vastu Shastra, and Ayurveda, etc. He is the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shyamala Pita Sarvanya Pitam, which is an ancient apex body of Hinduism, and he is the current emperor of the Surya Vamsha Surangi Samrajyam. He has survived worst malicious attacks, persecutions directly on his life and character and his disciples, properties, etc. Yet he goes on contributing, and contributing. Now, before we enter into today's exciting segment, let's take a moment to watch a small video on the hard work of Swamiji.
The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know. Integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva.
I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000.
We need to build.
But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I walk from village to village, sit, spend some time, and a small boy naturally will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know.
It was a raw, crude, ground level way, one person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way, one person at a time. Parivraja Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivraja, even to remember, is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. Actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a commandalu. Before Hindus recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. Kailasa is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The Kailasa will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries, which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. Kailasa is a place where everything related to consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. Kailaasa is a place where everything related to consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived. And established in such a way it never gets lost again. There forever serving the humanity.
Swamiji's 40 plus years of tremendous hard work today has resulted as Kailasa, the world's only Hindu nation. So in the last few days, all of us have been discussing why do we need a Hindu nation? What is a necessity for a Hindu nation? Especially in the world today where many of us think secularism, all of it. So in the last few days, we've been seeing why Kailasa from so many different aspects. And this has also been answering our questions on Hinduism itself. So every aspect we are attending to, any aspect we take, attending to why Kailasa makes us understand the grand narrative, the glory of Hinduism that we have had in the past. Actually, to start this off, there are so many components that actually made us successful, be it in the perspective of health or education, spirituality, business, so many things. But today, we are going to be seeing Hinduism not just as a religion, but as a societal structure. How did a Hindu nation exist? How was Hinduism existing as a nation? What are the references that we have? Actually, today let's all do some proper breakdown analysis on Hinduism and see what made us most advanced and longest living civilization ever. See, one main thing is our social structure was very strongly formed system, the way we all lived. See, today we have our parliament system, which is borrowed and which is something that the British have left behind in many of the countries. So this entire parliament system, as we are all taught, as a progress into democratic reform of a republic nation. But is that really the democratic structure? Is it a reform? See, actually, is that really a true democratic voting system? No, because democratic voting system is not something that we had post-colonial era as we are taught. This is a main fact for all of us to understand. Actually, our societal structure had a very, very organized political structure. We had both a monarchy as well as a democratic structure in place. And the way the power distribution was extremely organized, strong. When we are saying how Rama had ruled, like it's always said, how Rama's period, when he was ruling, that was like the best period. And same way how we are telling that when Meenakshi's rule was there, she was ruling for hundreds of years. Like this, there's so many references where we keep telling about like the long periods of kings ruling. And we say everyone used to be very happy with the rule. We also had a beautiful democratic system be it the ministers or the zamindars, panchayat system. We have many systems, be it the Panch Parameshwar system of the Akhadas. Many of them had a proper design voting structure. It's not like, as you were mentioning, it's not just a voting system which came after the colonial era. No, it was not the colonization that brought in voting structure for us. We had a very democratic voting system, and this is very clearly in record. Even if you see the Mahamandaleshwars being elected or Acharya Mahamandaleshwars being elected in the Akhadas, we had a clear voting structure. Actually, until Swamiji had revealed about this whole Hindu democracy, the Hindu parliament system, I never really understood about the depths of what we had. Like, until this whole Hindu nation had formed and beat Swamiji's announcement on the Reserve Bank of Kailasa, or as recent as the parliament, Hindu parliament system, and also the Hindu voting system, all of it, I never understood about the depth we had, the way our Hindu nations function. There were so many references in the Puranas, but unfortunately, we are all falsely made to believe that Hinduism is just limited to puja, rituals. That's all we are taught about. We never, even when we say about puja and rituals, we have never thought the context of why puja, why those rituals. Like, it's all about just puja as, okay, you go sit in front of God, the right way, right method. British burnt our scriptures and like destroyed all the knowledge system. And so we are never taught our why and how. So even what we do is not completely fulfilling the fruit that it's supposed to give. And unfortunately, us as a society are made so unconscious to it now. Today, like no one, majority of the times, Hindu families purposely do not try to steal Hinduism away from the next generation. But unconsciously, as a collective society, we all live in such unconsciousness that we are all made so blind to the stories that we see, to what we are. Like very recently, I realized so many stories of our past is a living evidence of the advanced civilization that we were. But we're all made blind to it. We are all not conscious or aware about what kind of society we were in. Yes, and like what Swamiji told, no one is to be blamed. Because everyone is unconscious, this whole society is unconscious. So you cannot really blame someone. But just a little bit of listening and awareness to life, you'll actually see many of the living evidences and reminiscences of the glorious past, our glorious past of how our ancestors lived and what they have left for us. Actually, in our agamas, in our scriptures, we have the right political structure given. See how a nation should function, how a government should function, how a king's monarchy should function, how the democracy should function. The right political structure and classification is so beautifully described, be it the societal classification of the varnashrama dharma system, or the governing bodies and judicial bodies, or the avaranas, as in Sanskrit we call them. Each of them, how it functions, is very, very, very detailedly given. Actually, Swamiji also had revealed about the Samrajya Lakshmi Pitika, an entire book that talks about how how a king should be ruling, and the whole thing is clearly established with a clear structure. I'm just reminded of a story. Because there are many references to us having a democratic structure and where both sides are listened to and everything is decided as based on a voting system, etc. Even if you see the story of Sundarar, Sundaramurti Nayanar. This is a beautiful scene where Paramashiva comes down as an old ascetic. He comes to Sundarar, who's at that time an adopted son of a king, and he's all dressed up like a king and he's going to get married. Such a beautiful scene where Paramashiva comes and tells that, see, I have an ole chudi are old manuscripts, like the palm leaf manuscript. So he shows, telling, see, your great grandfather has written in his will and given that the entire lineage is my slave. So you're supposed to come with me, and I'm not allowing you to marry. And Mirror is shocked. So it's a beautiful happening, and they go to a court, a village court, a village court they go to, and both sides are listened to, and what method to use for checking who is true, whether Sundarar is telling the truth or the ascetic is telling the truth, like that, to decide. There is a voting system that is established. Like they decide, okay, fine. So let's compare the handwriting and see. So for that, how many people are voting? Like there's a clear system. Understand? So we had a proper, clear, legal system that was established and that was running. Even if we see many of the references, you will clearly see an established judicial system. Actually, every aspect, we had a full-fledged, proper judicial and political system that was established, functioning and serving people. So, many times, even if you see our Varnashrama Dharma, the system was separate and the political structure was separate. But when we were invaded, the British very, very, very cunningly instilled the supremacy. So that entire concept of the supremacy, like one caste is supreme than the other, all of this was instilled in us cunningly by the British, by the invaders. So by inducing this binary logic based, this one rule and the rest follows, that system was instilled in us completely, totally by these British people. This is where the mixing of Sampradaya and the Varnashrama Dharma, all these confusions started. For example, Shaivism versus Vaishnavism. This division was bought after the British invaded and corrupted. Only when the corruption entered, this division was even bought. Or Brahmins versus Shudras. This division was a whole conspiracy instigated by them. We have a small video where Swamiji explains how Vaishnavism and Shaivism are not two separate things. So let's watch the video now.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Mine, Hanuman is also said to be a Shiva avatar.
Yes.
So, mine, Hanuman is also said to be a Shiva avatar.
Yes.
So, how do you explain this, that Shiva avatar enters the Vaishnav text? So,
One thing to see, if you see deeply, in our original texts, we never had this confusion of the sampradayas trying to fight with each other. See, they always declared their supremacy through what they are contributing, never by putting others down.
Yes.
Or denying. For example, Ramachandra Prabhu, Sri Rama, after killing Kakashura, he establishes Shiva in Ramanagara and worships. After killing Ravana, he establishes Shiva in Rameshwaram and worships. There are two Rameshwarams. Shiva Mahapurana says very clearly, in Kashi, Sadashiva liberates people by giving them Taraka Mantra of Ramanama. There are 28 incarnations of Sadashiva described in Kurma Purana. Durvasa, Muni, so many descriptions are there. All of them, when they were in the body, they worshipped Devi. many media houses are trying to make fun of me, saying that, oh, he was a small beggar astrologer sitting in one small hut in Tiruvannamalai. Actually, it is not making fun or defaming me. That is the truth. Understand? In 1999, I was a small healer, small boy, sitting in one small half an acre, not even own land. My guru has done the beam memo. Beam memo means that government land you pay some small tax as a enjoyment tax, that you don't own that land. You pay enjoyment tax and you live there. Like that half an acre land in Tiruvannamalai, the place is called Pavalakkundru. My guru, old lady, and with Isaki Swamigal's support and few people collected few thousand rupees and built a small stone building without even, there is no toilet in that building. For toilet, I have to come down every time. And I also have a high respect for the hill, so I will not do 1, 2, 3 anything in that hill. I will have to come down every time. That's a small building my gurus gave me. And I started my life that way only. It's not that it is secret. It's all open. It's all history. Some local rowdies don't want me to live there because they wanted to do some of their own activities, illegal things. If I live there, it will be a disturbance for them. So they threatened me and harassed me and wanted to throw me out. In those days, if I go to Bangalore and heal some devotees, they will give 101 rupee, which is enough for me to run my whole month. Because I'll come down from the hill once and go to a place called Aditi Ashram. I wanted to put it on record. That is why I am telling the name of Aditi Ashram in Tiruvannamalai. They will give food freely. I'll get my food and come back and stay. Whole month I don't have any expense more than 101 rupee. Because 101 rupee is enough for my haritaki powder and what all I use, the small, my housekeeping items. So this is the photograph, and I can show the building photograph which was built for me by my guru. You can see this photograph. One circle is my guru Kuppammal, another one circle is my grandmother, and the third circle is me sitting. This is a small building my gurus have built for me. Yes, that is the way I started my life. I am not hiding this. I am proud about it. This is the way I started my life in 1999. I am proud about it. 20 years before. And I have nothing to hide. What is there? I am not repenting about it. Actually, you fellows who are attacking me should repent about it. If you guys kept quiet, I would have just lived there. At the most, what would have happened? Maximum. Like Seshadri Swami Ashram, Ramana Ashram, Gautama Ashram, Yogi Ram Suratkumar Ashram, Aditi Ashram, like that many ashrams in Tiruvannamalai. I would have been one more ashram, Nithyananda Ashram. That's all. I would have had 2 buildings, 1 car, maybe few disciples, and sitting and talking whatever my gurus taught me and doing my puja. Yada கோயில்ல 2 உண்டை தயிர் சோறை வாங்கி தின்னுப்ட்டு சிவனேன்னு ஒரு மூலையில படுத்திருந்து மிஞ்சி போனா ஒரு 4-5 சிஷ்யனுங்க இருந்திருப்பானுங்க, ஒரு கார் இருந்திருக்கும். நான் பாட்டுக்கு வாய்க்கு வந்ததை எதையோ ராமா கிருஷ்ணா கோவிந்தான்னு 4 பேருக்கு நல்லதை சொல்லிவிட்டு அப்படியே இருந்திருப்பேன்லடா. என்னைய போய் அடி அடி அடின்னு அடிச்சா நான் என்னதான் பண்ணுவேன்? சரி, எங்கேயோ ஒரு இடத்துல வாழ்ந்து தானே ஆகணும், செத்தா போக முடியும். இந்து மதத்துல தற்கொலைக்கும் சாகிறதுக்கும் பர்மிஷனும் கிடையாது. அப்ப நான் என்ன பண்ண வேண்டியதா போச்சு? எங்க தாண்டா போறதுன்னு பார்த்தேன். பெங்களூர்ல ஒரு 4 நல்லவங்க நகரத்தார்கள், நாட்டுக்கோட்டை நகரத்து செட்டியார்கள், திருச்சி சுவாமியோட அன்பர்கள். அவங்க வந்து, சாமி நீங்க பெங்களூர்ல வந்து ஒருத்தரை ஹீல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 101 ரூபா கொடுக்குறோன்னு சொன்னாங்க. சரி, 101 ரூபா கொடுக்குறாங்களேன்னு பெங்களூர்ல ஹீல் பண்ண போனேன். அவருக்கு நல்லபடியா ஹீல் ஆயிருச்சு. அவங்க என்ன பண்ணாங்க, சாமி வாரம் ஒரு தடவை வந்தீங்கன்னா 101 ரூபா கொடுக்குறோன்னு சொன்னாங்க. சரி, அதுக்கு என்ன, நல்லா தான் போயிட்டு வரலாமேன்னு போயிட்டு வர ஆரம்பிச்சேன். வாரம் அங்க போவேன். 2 நாள் சனி ஞாயிறு இருப்பேன். சோறு போடுவார்கள், 101 ரூபா கொடுத்து அனுப்புவார்கள், திரும்பி வந்துருவேன். அப்படியே நிம்மதியா இருந்திருப்பேன். யாரோ ஒரு டிவோட்டி வந்தாங்க, தட்டு முழுக்க பழம் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து, சாமி ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுங்க, ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆச்சு எங்களுக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆகி குழந்தை இல்லைன்னு. நான் அந்த தட்டை அப்படியே எடுத்து கொடுத்தேன். தட்டுல அன்னாசி பழம் இருந்ததை நான் கவனிக்கல. அவங்க இந்த அன்னாசி பழத்தையும் சேர்த்து சாப்பிடட்டுமான்னு கேட்டாங்க. நான் தட்டோட எடுத்து கொடுத்து மொத்தமா சாப்பிட்டுருங்கன்னு சொன்னேன். அன்னாசி பழத்தையும் சேர்த்து சாப்பிடணுமான்னு கேட்டாங்க. அந்த நேரத்தில் நான் சமாதியில் இருந்ததுனால நல்லா எல்லாத்தையும் சாப்பிட்டுருங்கன்னு பிளஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். யூஸ்வலா அன்னாசி பழம் சாப்பிட்டா கர்ப்பம் கலையும். ஆனா அவங்களுக்கு அன்னாசி பழம் சாப்பிட்டு கர்ப்பம் தரிச்சிருச்சு. நல்லபடியா அவங்க குழந்தையும் பிறந்துருச்சு. இத யாரோ இவங்க இன்னொருத்தருக்கு சொல்ல, வலம்புரிஜான்னு ஒருத்தன், அந்த ஆளு இத ஒரு பெரிய கதையா மாத்தி, சூனியர் விகடன் அவனுக்கு போய் சொல்ல, முதல்ல ஆர்டிக்கல் ஆரம்பிச்சானுங்க. அன்னாசி பழ கர்ப்பம் 2003ல. அன்னாசி பழம் கொடுத்து ஒருத்தருக்கு கர்ப்பம் தரித்து குழந்தை பிறந்தால் அதில் ஏதாவது தவறு இருக்கிறதா? எனக்கு ஒண்ணுமே புரியல. இதுல தப்பு ஒண்ணு இருக்கிற மாதிரியே தெரியலையேப்பா. ஆனா அதை ஒரு பெரிய ஆர்டிக்கல் ஆக்கி அவங்க பண்ண கூத்து, அவதூறு பண்றதுக்கு. ஆனா என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா, திடீர்னு மறுநாள்ல இருந்து 300 பேர் லைனா அன்னாசி பழத்தோட நிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சுட்டாங்க. எனக்கு இது என்னடா இதுன்னு அன்னாசி பழத்தை தொட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணி கையெல்லாம் அன்னாசி பழம் முள்ளா குத்த ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு. ஒரு நாளைக்கு 300 அன்னாசி பழத்தை தொட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ண வேண்டியதா போச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த பக்தர்கள் என்ன பண்ணாங்க, சாமி நீங்க வாரத்துக்கு சனி ஞாயிறு வந்துட்டு போறோம், நாங்க 101 ரூபா கொடுக்கறதுக்கு பதிலா நீங்க இங்கேயே வந்துருங்க, மாசம் முழுக்க எல்லாருக்கும் ஹீல் பண்ணுங்க, நாங்க 1001 ரூபாயா கொடுத்துட்றோம்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதுக்கு போய் என்ன, சரி வர்றேன், சோறும் போடுறாங்க, 1001 ரூபாயும் கொடுக்குறாங்க மாசம். அதுக்கு மேல நமக்கு என்ன வேணும்னு, செட்டி வீட்டு 1001 ரூபா கூலிக்கு பொட்டி அடி பையனா நான் பெங்களூர் போனவங்கய்யா. என்ன ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் பொட்டி அடி பையன், அவ்வளவுதாங்கய்யா. செட்டியார் வீட்டுக்கு பொட்டியடி பையனா இருந்ததை நான் பெருமையாக கருதுகிறேன், பெருமையாக சொல்லுகிறேன். செட்டியார் வீட்டுக்கு ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் பொட்டியடி பையனாக இருந்தேன் என்பதை பெருமையாக சொல்லுகிறேன். பெங்களூர்ல வள்ளியாச்சின்னு ஒருத்தவங்க, முத்திய செட்டியார்னு ஐயா, அவங்க தான் பெங்களூர் நகரத்தார் சங்கத்து தலைவர். அவங்க வீட்டுல இருந்தா தினம் சோறு வரும். தவறாமல் எனக்கு மட்டுமல்ல, கூட இருந்து வந்து தங்க ஆரம்பிச்ச இளைஞர்கள், சன்னியாசிகள், வந்துட்டு போறவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் சாப்பாடு வரும். அப்படித்தான் வாழ்க்கை ஆரம்பிச்சது. யார் இல்லைன்னு சொன்னது? திருவண்ணாமலையில் இருக்கும்போது அடிக்காம விட்டுருந்தா அங்க இருக்கிற 100 ஆசிரமத்தோட இன்னொன்னா சேர்ந்து அங்கேயே இருந்து போயிருப்பேன். சரி, அடிச்சிங்க, பெங்களூர்ல போய் செட்டில் ஆயிட்டேன். அங்க யாரோ ஒருத்தர் வந்து நிலத்தை கொடுத்து ஆசிரமத்தை கட்டுன்னு சொல்லி ஆரம்பிச்சு, அப்போவாவது சும்மா இருந்திருந்தீங்கன்னா கண்காணாத போன இடத்துலயே அங்கேயே இருந்தாவது வாழ்ந்திருப்பேன். நான் எந்த சாமியாருக்காவது போட்டியா வந்தேனா? கிடையாது. நான் பாட்டுக்கு சிவனேன்னு இருந்தேன். இன்னும் ஒரு 4 பேர் சேர்ந்துக்கிட்டு பெங்களூர்லயும் இருக்க கூடாதுன்னு அடின்னு அடிச்சா நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? சரிடா அப்படின்னு மதுரைக்கு வந்து உட்காந்தேன். ஏயா அங்கேயாவது என்னை நிம்மதியா விட்டுருந்தீங்கன்னா என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பேன்? மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சின்னு கோயிலை தினம் 4 தரம் சுத்தி வந்து 2 உருண்டை புளியோதரை 2 உருண்டை தயிர் சோத்தையும் தின்னுபிட்டு வர்றவங்க 4 பேருக்கு ஏதாவது ஞானசம்பந்தரை பத்தி சொல்லிக்கிட்டு மீனாட்சியை பத்தி சொல்லிக்கிட்டு சிவாராமான்னு வாழ்ந்து போய் 291, 92, 93, 94 அந்த லிஸ்ட்ல ஒரு நம்பரா போய் மறைஞ்சு போயிருப்பேன். அவ்வளவுதானங்கய்யா. அதை விட்டுருந்துருக்கலாம்ல. அந்த 100 அடிக்கு 200 அடி கட்டடத்துக்குள்ள எங்கேயோ ஒரு மூலையில முடங்கிக்கிட்டு யாரோ வர்றவங்க 4 பேருக்கு நல்ல வார்த்தையை சொல்லிக்கிட்டு மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சின்னு வாழ்ந்து போயிருப்ப இல்லையா? என்ன ஆயிருக்கும் மிஞ்சி போனா? 91, 92, 93, 94 அந்த நம்பர்ல இன்னொரு நம்பரா மறைஞ்சு போயிருப்பேன். அவ்வளவுதான். அங்கேயும் இருக்க விடாம அடி அடி அடின்னு ரவுண்டு கட்டி அடிச்சா நான் என்னத்தான் பண்றதுங்கய்யா? அண்ணாமலையார் கோயிலுக்கு போனேன். உள்ள விடல. நான் என்ன பண்றது? உடனே போய் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணுதான், மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சி அப்படின்னு. அம்மா உடனே என்னாச்சு என்னாச்சு தம்பி அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்க. கோயிலுக்குள்ள விட மாட்டேன்றாங்க தாயேன்னு சொன்னேன். அதுக்கு என்ன விடாத, கவலைப்படாத கண்ணு, ஒரு கோயில் கட்டி கொடுத்துட்றேன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஆதீனத்துக்குள்ள வரக்கூடாதுன்னு சொன்னாங்க. நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதெல்லாம் திரும்ப ஒண்ணுதான், மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சி அப்படின்னு. அம்மா என்னாச்சு என்னாச்சுன்னாங்க. ஆதீனத்துக்குள்ள வரக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க அம்மான்னு சொன்னேன். சரி அதுக்கு என்ன, கவலைப்படாத தம்பி, உனக்கு ஒரு ஆதீனம் கட்டி கொடுத்துறேன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் விடாம அடிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருந்தா நான் என்னதான் பண்றது? வாழணும் இல்ல? ரொம்ப பெருமையோட சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க, அவருடைய பாஸ்போர்ட் ரினியூவல் வாஸ் டினைடுன்னு. Court has clearly ordered I should be having passport till all the cases are disposed. Not following the court order and proudly talking about it. That was a rude shock for me. I woke up to the reality. Court orders are not respected. I went twice and presented the court order to the passport officers in Bangalore. They neither renewed my passport nor gave any proper legal response, even after me giving the court orders. I realized court orders are not respected. I realized the larger conspiracy. Then I know only one solution. I went, Meenachi, Meenachi. அம்மா கேட்டாங்க, என்னாச்சு என்னாச்சு? தாயே, முதல்ல கோயிலுக்குள்ள விட மாட்டேன்னு சொன்னாங்க, அதான் கோயில் கட்டி கொடுத்துட்டேனேப்பா. ஆதீனத்துக்குள்ள விட மாட்டேன்னு சொன்னாங்க, அதான் ஆதீனம் கட்டி கொடுத்துட்டேன்லப்பா. இப்ப பாஸ்போர்ட் ரெனியூ பண்ண மாட்டேன்றாங்கன்னு சொல்றாங்க தாயே, அதுக்கு என்னடா விடுறா தம்பி, பார்த்துக்கலான்னு சொன்னான். அவ்வளவுதான். ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணா, கைலாசம் அமைஞ்சிருச்சு. இதுக்கு மேல நான் என்ன சொல்றது? ஒண்ணு சொல்றேன் கேட்டுக்கோங்க, எதுவானாலும் சரி மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சின்னு கூப்பிடுங்க, உடனே அம்மா வந்து அருள் பண்ணுவா. என்னாச்சு என்னாச்சுன்னு கேட்பா. எனக்கு அருள் பண்ண மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு பண்ணுவா. இத உங்களுக்கு சொல்றதுக்கு எனக்கு அவ அத்தாரிட்டி கொடுத்துருக்கா. அவ எனக்கு பண்ணதுனால இத உங்களுக்கு சொல்றதுக்கான ரைட்ஸ் எனக்கு வந்துருது. இப்ப நான் சொன்ன மொத்த கதையோட சாரம் என்னன்னா, எதுவானாலும் வாழ்க்கையில மீனாட்சி மீனாட்சி, அவ்வளவுதான். உடனே அம்மா கேப்பா, என்னாச்சு என்னாச்சு? Paramashiva is protecting me and the Sangha. Mahakala Bhairava is protecting me and the Sangha. திருவண்ணாமலைக்குள்ள இருக்கிற 1000 ஆசிரமத்துல ஒன்னா 1/2 ஏக்கர் புறம்போக்கு நிலத்தோட இருந்து முடங்கி போய் ஒரு 4 பேருக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணிட்டு கோயில்ல போய் ஒரு கவளம் உண்ட சோறு வாங்கி தின்னுட்டு கண்ணிறக்க நானும் அண்ணாமலையாரை பார்த்து மனசு நிறக்க அவரை நினைச்சு வாழ்ந்து செத்து போயிருப்பனேடா. என்னை ஏண்டா இவ்வளவு பெரிய ஆளா ஆக்குனீங்க? சரி, இது ஏன் கிரகமா உங்க கிரகமா யாருக்கு தெரியும்? ஒன்னே ஒன்று தெரியும், பரமசிவன் நினைக்கிறதா நடக்கும், பராசக்தி நினைக்கிறதா நடக்கும், அவ்வளவுதான். I bless you all. Let you all open.
Just if you see, like Swamiji so beautifully explained this entire story of how the Kailasa had happened. Despite of so many attacks happening, how the Kailasa is getting established. As we were discussing before, how, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we always had all, like, just take the Hindu parliament structure. We had the Avaranas as Mantreshwaras, Astreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Yogeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, the structure of Mahans, Kotaris, Thanedar system. Entire thing was forming the political structure, making it stronger, without any power hunger, greed. None of those will be corrupting the structure. This is the exact structure that Swamiji is now reviving through Kailasa. That is why, because, see, right now, our political structure in many of the countries, it's being corrupted with a lot of personal greed, power hungerness. Like this, many things are corrupting the structure, and that is affecting the whole nation.
And also, not just that, Hindus themselves are not protected. Hindus do not have a safe place to practice these. See, today there are scholars, there are many people who know, maybe because of their research, their studies, they know many things about how we have lived. But unfortunately, anyone tries to revive is beaten, is mob lynched, attacked, persecuted, targeted, and made sure that his whole effort is completely destroyed. Not just destroyed, he is demonized in the public. Anyone who does it even in a small scale is done this, because today, in the name of communalism, in the name of communism, in the name of secularism, there are lots of people who are anti-Hindu. I'll just give you all an example of why Hindu nation is required. Today, we have 30 countries for Christianity, 33 countries that declares Muslim as a state religion. So when we say Christian countries, Muslim countries, what we mean is, in their constitution, that religion is declared as a state religion. So we have 13 countries of which declare Christianity as their state religion, 33 countries that declare Islam as their state religion. and 2 countries, Bhutan and Cambodia, that declares Buddhism as their state religion. Not a single country that declares Hinduism as a state religion. Yet, we are known as one of the largest living religion. No, we are unsafe. Understand? Last, Nepal, which was a Hindu country, declared itself to be secular. Why? If yes, there are many countries that is declaring Christianity, Muslim, everything as their state religion. Still, they are support. They are not like chasing other religions out of their country. But same tactic they use, trying to project as if, oh, if it is a Hindu country, we are anti other religions, we do not support other religions. Unfortunately, in the garb of secularism and communism, Hindu culture, Hindu way of living is destroyed.
Actually, it is when we are saying it's in the garb of secularism, it's just anti-Hindu is in the garb of secularism or communism. Understand, in a country where Hindus are supposed to be the majority, we already have 8 states that are declaring Hinduism is a minority. Understand? That is why if you see, Hindu gurus are targeted and attacked, persecuted. All the movies will have one or other scene trying to mock Hindu gurus, trying to abuse Hindu gurus. You'll always see a comedian wearing saffron robes and wearing some Rudraksha mala, trying to dress up as impersonating some Hindu guru and abuse.
And it's not just limited to India. We know very recently there was a huge, when I say recently, sometime back, there was a huge issue in a Hollywood movie series, in a Hollywood serial. In that, there was outrightly, our Rudraksha was abused, and someone was ridiculed because they were wearing a Rudraksha, and the Hindu was shown as a very foolish person, a very violent person. All of it is depicted. It became an issue. But unfortunately, subconsciously, for so many people, I was shocked when I interacted with some of my friends from the US who are completely new to Hinduism. They were taught of Hinduism as a Satan worshipping religion, because Shiva was portrayed as if, like we see Shiva as Agori who lives in the grave, but he was portrayed as someone who drinks blood. Such a demonic description is given to people. So Hinduism is demonized. And after that, even if you abuse it, people won't care, because they think it is something that is very not so good. It is a dark religion. That's what people think. Understand? Today, Hindus are not protected.
That is why even Swamiji, when Swamiji was doing so much of contribution. Very recently, we even have, like, you all can check out in our channel, in Kailasa's Nithyananda YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now. Very recently, the press meet that Swamiji had has been uploaded. You can see, like, Swamiji commences the whole press meet, showing good news of how Swamiji was recognized as one of the most spiritually influential persons by a top magazine, Body, Mind and Spirit. So in that, I was shocked to see so many journalists are there, and they're seeing all the evidences that is proving how this is a malicious case and baseless, completely false case. And despite of all the evidence, Swamiji step by step giving all the evidences, and Swamiji is clearly showing everything. And like, even the video experts are coming and telling that clearly, like, this is the reason why this whole thing is a lie. How this case itself is completely false, and how they try to extort money, everything. But how the media is portraying it is completely the opposite way. With same photos from this press meet is being taken and put with false headings. Normally, when you see a paper, first the headlines catch your eyes, and that gets registered in you. Very few people only read the whole thing and understand. Even that is twisted and put. I was shocked. Actually, I was very hurt to see how this was being twisted like this. And after proving everything, or even after 10 years, despite that whole case, which is shown clearly as a false case, it's shown very clearly through multiple evidences. After 10 years to this day, still many channels, all the media channels, use such abusive titles for Swamiji.
Actually, this is that if, let's say, for example, if the religious head of other religions are faced with this, the media will not keep quiet. I was shocked the other day. There was accusation of on another religion head. Okay, so I'll say there was there was a father of a church who was accused of some crime, but the word used to describe it was not put father of a church. It was put priest. The moment we say priest, will you ever think of someone else other than a Hindu? No, but the title that was put was a priest.
And same thing, if you remember, on a newspaper clipping, for a person, for some criminal who was of an Islam criminal, he was termed as Baba. Baba means it's Hindu. Understand, it is not secular. Right now, there are so many people who are claiming a secular, but they're just anti-Hindu terrorists who are in the guard of secularism or communism.
And one important thing that we wanted to tell is, see, we are not anti-religions. We are not saying, oh no, other religions should not exist. So other religions should not exist and everyone should fight. Only Hinduism is a supreme. No. Unfortunately, that's how it is projected to the mass. So people get scared. People feel offended. So this constantly actually puts many people into the fear. Oh God, why if I accept this religion, then that means I am being against the other religion. No, this is a very, very, very cunning divide and rule policy that is used. Actually, if you see, in the last 40 plus years of Swamiji's public life, Swamiji has never ever stood against another religion. No.
That is why Kailasa, it is the only Hindu nation which welcomes everyone, irrespective of their gender, race, caste, or creed, irrespective of all of these, irrespective of your religion, you are welcomed into Kailasa, the world's only Hindu nation. Actually, Kailasa is needed for protecting Hindus. Hindus are in dire need of a safe haven. So many things that are Hindu are already dying. Many of these are already dead. We have already lost so many sciences, which nobody knows now anymore. Many amazing, powerful sciences are lost, like how very recently Swamiji is giving an example of an alchemy process that can no more be done to anyone because the society is not in support of it. The society is not ready to receive it. A super alchemy process for celibacy. That the whole alchemy process, an amazing mutation process that Swamiji had where Swamiji had undergone that process. And it's lost forever from humanity. Because we don't have, as so many things that are Hindu, we don't have a place where we can practice it. For example, fire walking scientifically is also proven how it awakens many neurons in our brain, many bruises in our brain. And today, there are many states in India that has already blocked it, telling no, it's an illegal practice. So all these things, many practices which is Hindu. I used to think fire walking is something that is used to torture people. I really used to believe it. And only when I came to Swamiji, I even got to know, no, it is actually a mutation process, a conscious mutation process. And when I did fire walking, where I did not have even a single burn or anything, that is when I realized, oh God, it's such a huge boon for us. Like physically experience that it is not that burn, no burn, nothing happened. But when all of these truths are told, we are silenced. And that is why Kailasa is, and see, it is not against another religions, but it is a very, very important, I should say, an incubator for many of these traditions that are dying. I should say it's an ICU for all the traditions that are dying, that are being choked to extinction by these anti-Hindu elements. For many of the Hindu sciences to come back to life, to nurture, to nourish, to bring every sciences that are being lost back to life in all its glory. That is why Kailasa is needed. We are not over against other religions, but we are trying to revive back. Swamiji is establishing Kailasa to revive back Hinduism in its full glory so that everyone, the humanity can benefit from it. So the sciences that are lost is being revived, not just to give back to the Hindus, but to the whole of humanity to benefit from it. We are having so many people from different religions that are benefiting from this. We are not against other religions, but we are trying to protect Hinduism, which unfortunately today is being attacked everywhere. Protect the Hindus who have scattered themselves around the globe in order to protect their life, the little bit of knowledge or sciences that they have. If you have a small video, Swamiji explains how Kailasa is to protect Hindus. Let's watch it now.
We need to build a large with the protection, legal protection. That's the only hope we have. Already, Kailasa has signed a treaty with many nations. One nation has even given us a land with autonomous status. We can have our own internal administration, including law and order and judiciary. We are going to do it as per Hinduism, with a Hindu constitution. This is the only hope we have for the future of humanity. By keeping the Hinduism alive and Hindu principles alive, let's keep the humanity alive, at least outside India. That's the only hope we have. I will continue to do Tyaga, and anyone wants to take Apat Sannyas to protect Hinduism, Hindu scriptures, practice and promote Hinduism, you are welcome by the grace of Paramashiva, with the protection of Mahakala Bhairava. Already I have got safe haven, safe place for Hindus to gather, live and practice, promote Hinduism and keep it alive
and share it with the whole world. Already we have got a property with autonomous status, with all the legal protection and freedom. Whoever wants to apply to live a safe life, serving Hinduism, protecting Hinduism, preserving Hinduism, preaching Hinduism, non-violence, life positive principles, and keep the humanity alive. Please apply. Fill the form at nithyanandahinduuniversity.org/daily satsang. I have a safe place for you guys outside India, where you will not be mob lynched. You can live peaceful Hindu monk life. Live and study Hindu scriptures, practice Hinduism, share Hinduism with the whole world, keep it alive for the next generation. If Hindus are thinking Hinduism is going to be treated fairly, or Hinduism is going to be kept alive in India, you are fool. You are brainwashed. Neither Hindu sadhus nor Hindu leaders are going to be treated fairly in India. Wake up to this truth. Even for telling this, I would have been arrested if I was available to Indian police. I am not saying the international mafia, anti-Hindu terrorists who are trying to kill me cannot reach where I am. But I can be very sure of one thing. If they kill me, they have to face the law. They cannot change the narrative into I was mob lynched because I was doing something illegal, immoral and all that. That changing the narrative cannot be done by them. That is the reason I kept myself away from the zone, from their area, their jurisdiction where they can change the whole narrative. Now I am in a place where they cannot change the narrative. If they kill me, they have to face the law. If they eliminate me, they have to face the law. They cannot do this changing the narrative. Oh, because of some illegal, immoral activity, antisocial activity, he got killed. You cannot do that narrative anymore with Nithyananda. Understand, I have not made Kailasa to protect me. I have made Kailasa to protect Hindus, Hindu Sannyas Sampradaya, Hindu Gurukul tradition, and Hindu principles, Hindu philosophy, Hindu lifestyle, Hindu spirituality, the only hope for humanity. How they mob lynched my Yogini Sarvanyapita in Gujarat. The Sarvanyapita I made just for girls and women. How they mob lynched and destroyed the whole Sarvanyapita. Just see. Every day this is happening in India. But media twists and gives the absolutely different story. Media and Gujarat police destroyed my Yogini Sarvanyapita in Gujarat, claiming that we are running prostitution and brothel there. Now they don't have an iota of evidence. First of all, we are not doing that. Now they don't have iota of evidence, but they already killed, destroyed the whole ecosystem, whole Sarvanyapita. The ashram, the Sarvanyapita is destroyed. They will not be able to convict my sannyasis, my sannyasinis in court. They don't have evidence, but they are successful in destroying the Sarvanyapita. That's all they want, and they finished it. If I was available, they would have given me to the mob to kill. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for me, I was not available. So they just finished it with filing a false case. I have seen enough false case. But this Gujarat police filing a false case on me is the worst false case. I never visited that Yogini Sarvanyapita even once. And for years I have not even gone to Gujarat. And I was out of human society at least for last 2 years. And they are filing a false case on me, saying that I don't know what all the sections they put. And they even filed a charge sheet. And still my sannyasinis are stuck in Gujarat without a place to live because of the bail condition that they cannot go out of Ahmedabad jurisdiction. Absolute false case.
Cultural, societal, religious backgrounds.
Understand? Like how Swamiji is very powerfully telling. This Kailasa is the only hope for Hindus. Understand? Swamiji is the last lamp for Hinduism. And it is all of our responsibility as Hindus to stand up with Swamiji, to shoulder the responsibility, the huge responsibility that Swamiji has taken. Each one of us who are getting benefited out of Swamiji, so many things that Swamiji is doing, be it the signs of power manifestation or healing. We have so many people who have just walked out of diseases just like that, be it cancer or diabetes or even from deathbed, people have walked off. I am a person who has experienced it. I am even alive today because of Swamiji's blessing. Just one blessing of Swamiji. Well, I was in my deathbed, means the doctors gave up on me. The doctors said no hope for me to even survive because 80% of my left lung was covered with pneumonia patches. Only one blessing, Swamiji said he will heal it. That's all. In less than 6 hours, when we took the next scan, I was healed. I'm alive today. Like this, each one of us who have gotten so much of blessing and benefited so much from Swamiji, it's our responsibility to stand up and shoulder the responsibility that Swamiji has taken. Each one of you who are here, who is watching this, who is listening to this, understand the vision of Swamiji is something too vast. And all of us know by our experience, any word Swamiji gives, he goes all out to fulfill it. Actually, so it is our, it's our responsibility. If you are a Hindu, the benefits that you have gotten as a Hindu, if you are Swamiji's disciple, of course, you'll be a Hindu, but if you've gotten direct benefit from what Swamiji has done, understand it is each one of our responsibility to shoulder the vision that Swamiji is having and the mission that he has taken up for it. There is huge responsibility that he is doing. My God, whether be it his vision of making sure nobody goes hungry. He's like No Hungry Hindus, a huge project that Swamiji has taken up and doing so much for it. Like, for example, so many villages, they're economically benefited from Swamiji. And so many billions of free meals are served globally. So many annadans are happening. And so many more projects just for No Hungry Hindu. Just for this one thing. And it is not that food is restricted to some other religion. No. It is open for everyone, irrespective of your caste, creed, gender, race, religion. Irrespective of all of these, you are welcomed in all our Kailasas across the globe. So it is each of our responsibility to shoulder this responsibility that Swamiji has taken up. And why Swamiji is being attacked? For example, just take this culinary, a casteist supremacist who such a greedy demon. Actually, I wanted to tell, I wanted to bring that one important fact to see when in the whole Sangha, when we were functioning, where, like I was giving example, there were all people from different castes. Actually, we never even look from that perspective, or we don't even interact. So even, in fact, we never ask. There is no such conversations that exist. But when this culinary Janardhan came in, he used to ill-treat purposely. He used to demand all privileges. Always try to establish, oh, Brahmana, we are like this, we are like that. And always try to bring in this caste theory. And many times he has made sannyasis ill-treated and made them wash the car that he drives. I have been a personal witness to it. In fact, once we went to Chennai for a meeting or something, we as a group of sannyasis went, and this culinary Janardhan used to make the sannyasis wash the car, go buy newspaper for him, go buy tea, coffee for him, and all, and come. He was such a casteist supremacist. Actually, we have a small video about how these casteist supremacists, who are in the name of this Dravish gang, destroyed Tamil Nadu. Just an example of, and Swami is beautifully explained. Let's watch that video now.
One important thing you need to know, most of these fellows who are persecuting Hindus will have Hindu names. They are not practicing Hindus, namesake Hindus. They will have Hindu names, so that in public you cannot say anti-Hindus.
Because we cannot create a narrative anti-Hindus are attacking Hindus. They will have Hindu names, Hindu surnames, and legally they will never convert from Hinduism. One of the worst criminals, the Dravisha gang, who have literally destroyed Hinduism in South India. I am responsible for my words. Dravisha gang has literally destroyed Hinduism. Most of them use only Hindu names in public for them, and most of them are legally not converted. They are not legally converted. Legally they belong to Hinduism. So we cannot create the narrative anti-Hindus are attacking Hindus. It's a worst cunning strategy. Understand? All the worst cunning strategies are in play. A very large gang. Understand? I am telling you, whether Tribhuvanam Ramalingam or the auditor Ramesh or Kalpavrukshagiri Maharaj, all these lynching and murders, decisions are taken only by the small group of people. Understand that. Execution is done in different parts of the country, different states. Decision is taken only by small group of people. It's not that I don't know the names or I don't know the group. I'll be eliminated within 24 hours if I utter the names. Of course, one good thing, one biggest relief I feel is, one, ultimately Kalabhairava is protecting me, Paramashiva is protecting me. I am assuring all my devotees and disciples I am safe and I will be safe and I will continue to make myself available to all of you. So don't worry about that. That is one. Second biggest relief I feel, even if they reach out to where I am and eliminate me, they cannot twist the story and create the false narrative about my death. I'll be known, it will be known to the world, I stood for Hindu values, Hindu rights, and then I was eliminated because of that. That is enough for me. Now all these theories floating around to dilute the Kalpagiri Maharaj's death, the mob lynching. Maharaj and his assistant Sadhu and his driver. His driver is also a Grihastha disciple. Literally 3% belonging to the Akada. Panchadashanam Juna Akada. Don't believe this statement. Oh, people who murdered, lynched, and the person who got lynched, both are same communities, are same faith. Don't believe any of these stories. Maybe those fellows are having the same Hindu name for name's sake. Because I have seen most of the people who attacked me carry the Hindu names. If you check, they will be even legally Hindus, but not living Hindus or practicing Hindus. Making the person illegitimate, antisocial, calling the dog as mad dog so that you can shoot it. That's the first thing in this whole strategy. Then singling out. Singling out means making even all the other Hindu gurus and Hindu leaders hate this person and distance I have seen that. Singling out. Then eliminate him. Either make him as, oh, he committed suicide, or mob lynch and create a morphed video, oh, he was raping a girl and that girl killed him. Too easy. All these stories. Or in the prison there are some hardcore criminals who are already convicted for lifetime. Just secretly release them in the night. They will go and eliminate, kill that person and come back. So no evidence will be left. And this person officially, legally, formally, he was in the jail. So nobody can be, in investigation, nothing will be found. Nobody will be convicted. These are all the great techniques adopted by Dravish gang. It's a continuous happening. Every day happening. Very few gets reported. Study the whole incident. Using minors is one of the well-known technique used by you know who. Because when the minors are, even if they are found guilty, convicted, they will only be taken to the reformation school and they will not be put in jail. That also will be only for few years. They will come out. When they come out, they will be hardcore criminals, can be used for regular crimes, or train the next generation kids to do these kind of crimes.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
whoever is wanting to do something for your ancestors to liberate them, this is the best time, especially in the Mahalaya Amavasya time. It's the best
And
time
also
to
you can offer Maheshwara Puja to your own self. Like you want to guarantee your mukti, your liberation, videha mukti, once you leave your body, to not take an next birth, or even if you want to take an next birth, it should be a conscious birth. For the karmas to get burned, you can offer Maheshwara Puja for yourself. So the options are available. So we request everyone to take a few minutes and you all can register, and just repeating, we are going to be having Maheshwara Puja. We are going to be having Maheshwara Puja tomorrow at 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So it is 17th, 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time, September 17th, 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So we are going to be having the Maheshwara Puja. As it is Mahalaya Amavasya, the most powerful day, it is cosmic alignment and an incarnation accepting. So the whole thing is in a beautiful alignment, perfect for the souls to get liberated.
And in fact, for that, Swamiji is already preparing his body for liberating people, liberating so many beings, so many souls. Swamiji is preparing his whole body in deep samadhi. And as we all see in the scroll, today we're all going to be having the alive satsang for that, because Swamiji is intensely preparing his body and energy to liberate so many beings. So do not miss the auspicious grand happening of Maheshwara Puja at 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time on 17th of September. And now let's all prepare ourselves for the Nithyananda Satsang.
Please sit straight. Sit at your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Now start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your eyes and manifest the powers of Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
परमहंस श्री नित्यानंद जगद्गुरु नित्य रूपा सांब सदा नित्य शंभो महादेव नित्य शंभो आनंद शयन चंद्रवदन कृपा करो नित्य गोपाला सांब सदा नित्य शंभो महादेव नित्य शंभो श्री नित्यानंद जगद्गुरु नित्य रूपा सांब सदा नित्य शंभो महादेव नित्य शंभो श्री नित्यानंद जगद्गुरु नित्य रूपा सांब सदा नित्य शंभो महादेव नित्य शंभो हरिनारायण नित्य नारायण नारायण भजो रे नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा हरिनारायण नित्य नारायण नारायण भजो रे हे अनंतनाथ नित्यानंद परमेश्वराय नमो ओम नित्येश्वराय नमो परमहंस श्री नित्यानंद जगद्गुरु नित्य रूपा सांब सदा नित्य शंभो महादेव नित्य शंभो हे नंदमुगं नित्यरूपा साम्ब सदा नित्य शम्भो महादेव नित्य शम्भो साम्ब सदा नित्य शम्भो
श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो भजो घन श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो यस बुद्ध वीर सब नित्यानंद रूप भजो यस बुद्ध वीर सब नित्यानंद रूप भजो नित्यानंदम नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदम नित्यानंदम नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदम भजो घन श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो भजो घन श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो यस बुद्ध वीर सब नित्यानंद रूप भजो यस बुद्ध वीर सब नित्यानंद रूप भजो नित्यानंदम नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदम नित्यानंदम नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदम सद्गुरु नारायणं नित्यानन्दं सच्चिदानन्द रूपं नित्यानन्दं सद्गुरु नारायणं नित्यानन्दं सच्चिदानन्द रूपं नित्यानन्दं नटवर सुन्दर श्याम नित्यानन्दं नाद ब्रह्मानन्द हरि नित्यानन्दं नटवर सुन्दर श्याम नित्यानन्दं नाद ब्रह्मानन्द हरि नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरि नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं भक्त उद्धार हरे नित्यानन्दं परम कृपा दीननाथ नित्यानन्दं भक्त उद्धार हरे नित्यानन्दं परम कृपा दीननाथ नित्यानन्दं 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 माता-पिता जगद्गुरु नित्यानन्दं नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानन्दं माता-पिता जगद्गुरु नित्यानन्दं नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानन्दं भजो घन श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो भजो घन श्याम भजो नित्यानंद नाम भजो भज मन केशवं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन माधवं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन केशवं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन माधवं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन गोविन्दं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन आनन्दं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन गोविन्दं श्री नित्यानन्दं भज मन आनन्दं श्री नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं हरे नित्यानन्दं नित्यानन्दं
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Yajamans, Srimahans, Mahans, manifestors, Sarvaparityagis, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasa's e-Gurukul students, Kailasa's ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals and supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras and Astreshwaras, Paramashiva Ganas, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashivoham, season 12 is starting today. I initiate and bless all of you. Paramashiva, myself, directly manifesting and blessing all of you with initiation today. Understand, life is too precious. Use it only for building yourself consciously. Your experience of you only will come with you when you leave this planet Earth. Listen, your experience about you only will come with you when you leave this planet Earth. Neither the wealth you accumulated, nor any other pleasure, any other experience you accumulated. Only your conscious experience about you only will come with you when you leave the planet Earth. I am clear. As living manifestation of Paramashiva, I dedicated my life to trigger, awaken super consciousness in you and give you
superconscious experience about yourself to yourself. Superconscious experience about yourself to yourself is purpose of my existence, and listen. Life is all about you experiencing superconsciousness with yourself, about yourself. Your conscious experience about you means what you feel about you, what do you think about your life, what do you think as good, what do you think as bad, what do you think as your great achievement. All this understand, you set a scale of what is truth, what is dream, what is higher level truth you need to manifest, what is your future hope, what do you think as good in your past, bad in your past. All this definitions are set by you. Your perception about you sets all this. Your understanding about you sets all this. Your thinking about you sets all this. The good news, fortunate thing is, all this can be consciously rebuilt. Listen. All this can be consciously rebuilt. Consciously rebuilding all this only I call living enlightenment. What do you call as pleasure? What do you call as pain? What do you call as joy? What do you call as reality? What do you call as good? What do you call as bad? What do you call as dream? What do you call as hope? What do you call as your vision? What do you call as your future? What do you call as good in your past? What do you call as bad in your past? All these put together sets your experience of you. Understand your experience of you. Your experience of you, superconsciousness. Listen, I'll repeat. Your experience of you as superconsciousness changes, transforms, evolves the very existence of your life. I'll repeat. Even once if you experience yourself as superconsciousness, your definition about you becomes different. Today, I'll initiate all of you to experience that superconsciousness, Kailaasa. Kailaasa. Get your Atmalinga and keep it on your heart center. Let's start the initiation. Get your Atmalinga, keep it on the heart center. Let's start the initiation. Paramashiva, 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 Paramashiva.
See yourself as 25-headed, 50-handed Paramashiva, as eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Om Nithya. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः। अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा। अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः। तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी। निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः। द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्ज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्। न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः। मनः षट्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति। शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्। क्षोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते। उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः। यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः। यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्।
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.